Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again, and this is Monday morning. That weekend is past, and now we're getting a chance to start, for the best part, everything all over again. Duplicate last week, this week. But let's talk about something that I haven't spent that much time speaking directly on. Let's talk about money. Yeah, let's talk about money. We all got a common knowledge of money. Most of us think the same things in one way or another, one degree or another, about money. Yes, it's not a mystery except how to get a lot of it. So, what do we do with money? Why is money so important? Well, we would say that most of those things that are essential for life, or even just survival, in order to ascertain those things, to have them at your disposal as you need, want, or desire, you got to have money. And the more money you got, the more comfort you can find in just understanding that those resources, those necessities will be there, except the time maybe when a famine or a tsunami or a pandemic of some form or fashion occur, catches all God. Kind of bring everything back to equal, except the hope that it'll pass pretty soon and we can go back to what we call as being normal. But that says money has that role that is always there. Some people got a lot of it. Some people got none of it. And all that is in between. So you find that some, with all things being settled, can ride above the clouds. You know, ride above the clouds. Well, there are those that can't ride above the clouds at all. My. What a pain that must be. Money. Money is the thing that makes that big distinction between us. What would you do if everybody, every last one of you, had access to all the money you can ever imagine needing? What would that be like? You. All the money you could ever want is right there for you. What would that be like? Well, I know you go and buy your mama a house, but when you understand the fact that she can have whatever she wants, money's no limit with her either. And you don't have to buy your mother a house. What would it be like? Would it be like you would go and buy yourself a big car lot? You want all the cars that you have always dreamed that you could have? Would that be your pursuit? Well, I can understand that, but look at it like this. Why would you want a big car lot where you can run and do all the different things that you've always dreamed you could do, when you can have access to any car at any time to go anywhere at any place? I mean, because all you have to do is just go and exchange it. What about that kind of liberty? Have you ever imagined having that kind of access to maybe drive a Lamborghini on one day, and on another you could drive a Ford Pinto, a Volkswagen? You ever thought about that and anything in between? Money limits that ability. Well, those who got can have that parking lot, that small parking lot, or access to any parking lot. While there are those of you who can just have to drive that Pinto and think you really got it going on. Now, what about that, ladies and gentlemen? What about that? All that in between there is because of an existence of a lack of money. When all of that can be resolved just by making money limitless to all. Money. I guess what I'm trying to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, is this. with money being the tool that drives us. And we see the differences that having money and not having money and what it makes available to us. And we think about those who can really feel good about the results and compare that with those who have to really suffer at the hands of the results. It's a magnificent thing, ladies and gentlemen. It should get everybody's attention because one day you can be at either end of it. It's like that virus. It doesn't care who it attacks. It just grabs you. It's like a building going down with people in it. Doesn't care who are in it. It just goes down and takes everybody down with it. So those possibilities, those occasions could exist at any time. How would you feel, my friends, in being in any of those situations? You don't want to be in that situation at all. So we look at life for those who are not riding above the clouds. They're in that building that's falling. They are being torn down every time. And when we can be satisfied with the way things are and not dare to do anything to make it better, to get them out of the building, how can we say that we have what? Their interests and not money? We know we got money. But I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you can change things, if you can change things, if you can make the difference, if you can imagine that all in between can be fixed, that you would not have to suffer any loss, on the focus that we have on money today, if you don't have to suffer any loss, if perhaps that you can take a unity of all of the people to a degree that the things that you dream of are unlimited. When you know they're unlimited, my friends, I'm talking about like going to a buffet. You sit there till you get yourself full. Some days you're really hungry. Some days you're not. Some days you might just go by for dessert. What about life? When you can design life to be like that, to take away the restrictions, to stop the hoarding because you know that there is an abundance and you can just use it as you see fit, as you desire. And you're not trying to abuse it. Why? Because it's all yours. It's all yours. You're not trying to tear it down. It's all yours. And when I say all yours, I'm talking about all of us. Because we have these gifts that makes us unique. And this society, this beautiful society that I speak of, it draws each of us. It requires each of us to input our gifts and input our talents to make it better and better and better and better every day. It represents you. It represents your understanding. It represents your growth. It represents your input. And all of the results that come back are essential for all of us at one period, at one point, in one time. It makes us exposed to the greatest of the greatness that we as a people can deliver to one another. It makes us fantastically a wonderful people. And I'm just reaching out and asking you to give your best self in these last days, in these last times, if we want to refer to it like that. Let us give our best. Let us look at all this hell that we're in. And let us understand that this day henceforth forevermore would be beautiful because we refuse to settle for anything less than beautiful. And that is us claiming our present. That is us claiming how we go forward to the future, stepping into the sunshine, being as bright as we can be. Is that asking too much of you, my friends? We walk these things along and it allows us to speak like this with liberty. Yet and still, this thing cannot unfold and be that unless you, the people, decide that it's okay. Unless you, the people, say, this is what we want. And then the joy that you receive is the joy that is expressed all about us. And without that, it's just a dream. But my, what a wonderful dream. What a wonderful dream. So I call on you, ladies and gentlemen, my sisters and my friends and my brothers, think about that. Think about it. And if you really care about it, then do something about it. I'm not going to try to at this moment in time, because all I want you to know is that the money restrictions is easily removed. It's only you making the choice. And money have no more value at all. The number one thing that makes this possible, my friends, is that it allows every last one of us to engage ourselves. We all benefit from it. We all put in it. And when everything's come back, it belongs to all of us. We don't have to worry about anything like that again. No more lying, no more cheating, no more stealing, no more conning, no more pyramid schemes, no more Ponzi schemes, no more big heads and little heads. Everybody's living life as children of the Almighty God. See, that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's God. Ain't no other way you can do it. You got to trust God. I didn't know I was going to tell you that. I knew the message was about that, but it's God, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.